Good morning this morning. So how are you all feeling? It's Sunday, wet and windy outside. It's time to wakey, rise and shine. Welcome to everybody tuning in. Welcome to everybody just joining. We've been going through for the last sort of 5 or 6 days now, talking about the wheel of life. And if you haven't tuned in, don't worry, just go back, take a look at some of the previous videos, and just to catch you up and to get you in alignment, just a quick summary. If you get a quick sheet of paper for me, if you wouldn't mind, and just draw a simple circle, that's fantastic. And if you can split that circle in half from top to bottom, and then again from left to right, and then split up those sections with 2 diagonal lines, creating 8 sections. Now this 8 section circle, this represents your life. Now for many of us, maybe pieces of this wheel are missing. And when you have pieces of a wheel missing, it can be quite the uncomfortable ride. I'm sure you'll agree with the bumps and knocks and how uncertain and uncomfortable that can be. So what we're going to do, if you label the first section 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way round, I'm just going to tell you what these sections represent. So the first section is in around the physical body, feeling good. And we've talked a bit about here about waking up, replacing the toast, bacon and eggs with the yogurt, with the granola and with some fruits in the morning to get that vitamin boost first thing in the morning. Second of all is about that emotions and meaning, taking time throughout the day at 11, half 1 and half 3, just to have some self-reflection and time for self, letting the brain settle and just taking things in, taking a proper switch off from the phone, from your work or from whatever you may be doing. 3 was all around relationships and how we connect to our friends, family, loved ones. But ultimately the message that came out was you need to change your expectations of others to appreciation, and that will really make a large shift in your life and to your relationships. 4 was all about planning and time, and it's more to do with to live life by design, not by default. You know, planning a half day was what I was promoting. Out of an 8-hour work day, planning 4 hours worth of tasks, ensuring you've got 4 hours worth of flexibility for yourself and for things to happen, because life just happens, doesn't it? And I guess today, what we're getting into is a little bit of the work and career mindset. And if you take just draw a line for me, if you wouldn't mind, on a sheet of paper to get a visual representation. You put 0 at one end and 100 at the other, and if we're lucky enough, that's our lifeline right there. If you just put a little line just before 20 and then another line at sort of 65 and then draw a bit of a rectangular box, you'll see that this rectangular box makes up the majority of our lifeline. And this is the time that we're going to be spending either working employed or working for ourselves. It's a large part of our life, and many messages that we see and hear about find your passion, do what you love. And that's great for those of you that love horses and get to work with horses. For those of you that are fanatical about law and work within law. But there are many of us out there that are just a little bit lost in life. Maybe we haven't found our passion, as it were, yet. And this is why we need to not just love what we do, but find what we love in what we're doing. And that's what's really important. Find what you love in what you're doing, because you're spending so much time of your life at work with others. And it's so important that you find this. And the way to do that is to really take back control of your time, going back to yesterday's video, and then to also have momentum and movement. You know, it's great to have goals, and it's absolutely fantastic when we achieve goals. You know, you want a new car, you save for the car, you get the car, but only a few months you're going to feel that gratitude and appreciation for the car. 6 months down the line, 12 months down the line, that new thing, whether it's a car, whether it's an item of clothing, whether it's a holiday, whether it's a house, whatever it may be, will soon lose its initial, wow, I've achieved it. Because life isn't found in the achievement of goals, it's actually achieved, the happiness is achieved, the joy is achieved, and that positive feeling is achieved in the momentum and movement forwards towards the goal. It's when we start and do the small things consistently daily. And we talked about waking up in the morning and making your bed. Such a simple task to do, but what's easy to do is easy not to do, right? But if you start off with a task achieved, it helps you to go on and achieve many tasks throughout the day. And if nothing else, you come back to a made bed. You know, getting into new habits of switching off your phone when the alarm rings, but then not checking the phone, Facebook, social, email, and just having time for you, whether it's meditation or music, enjoying the hot water in the shower, really feeling and experiencing what you're going through in the moment and not letting your mind drift off into work mode or drift off into your things to do. Having time for self, again, really pivotal experience. Now tomorrow we're going to be getting into a little bit about life purpose and what is the reason for why you think you're here, or what is it that you want to achieve. This is a really big goal. Not many people are thinking about this on a day-to-day basis. And we sometimes get caught up in our lives of doing. You know, we get caught up in doing what we need to do, and we sometimes forget what we wish or want to get done in the long term. And if you're not moving towards your long-term goal, it's going to be really unsatisfied and fall into the rat race or that sheep society where you're kind of just doing things and you don't even really know why. You know, there was a survey taken of 100 people in employment as to why they come to work. And the question was, so why do you come to work? And the response that 99.9% gave was, they don't know, or that, well, other people have got to work, or I have to work, don't I? There was no passion or desire, there was no want or will to, there was just because everybody else was, keeping up with the Joneses. And because it has been that way, because it is the common perception, is that the only way? That's the question, isn't it? That's the question. Now I'm going to leave you on this quote, and it's very, very relevant for today, about you need to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. And the truth is, if you go to work and you work hard at your job, you're going to get some success and some money. If you work on yourself, you're going to get a fortune. My name is Peter. I'm the accountability coach. Feel free to check out my website if you wish, and if any of this has been an interest to you, at smeltthatcoffee.co.uk. I look forward to speaking to you all tomorrow as we get into the life purpose, and I'll catch you all soon. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.